Hello, TAFA families. I just wanted to take a few minutes now to show you our upcoming schedule and the format of what it's going to look like. We've worked on trying to make this a little more user-friendly, and we're going to combine both the schedule and the catalog all in one location to make it easier to navigate as well. So the first thing you're going to see up here is you have a couple different student ages that you can pick from. So say we have maybe a 9-year-old student, and you'll see it lights up in blue, and then I can pick maybe an 11-year-old student. And it's going to light up in orange, and you'll see classes that cross over both of those ages are actually going to be striped. The next thing you're able to do is if you're interested in certain classes, you could pick those different classes. So say I'm focused on my 9-year-old and he wants to take an art class, and maybe he wants to take also a drama class, and then maybe he's going to take Spanish preteens over here. And then possibly on Thursday, he's going to take a keyboarding class. You could select those classes, then go up here to the print selected. And that's going to show you all the classes that you have right there. It'll also show you if there's a prerequisite available or needed for that class. The other thing you're going to see here is the pricing. There's two things it doesn't include on the pricing. It doesn't show if you're doing installment fees because it doesn't know that. And it also doesn't show the student registration fee because that's per student. And again, it doesn't know how many students you have. But this is going to build in both the tuition cost and the facility cost so you can get an idea of what the cost is going to be. The other aspect that I mentioned before is we're trying to combine both the schedule and the catalog into one area. So what you're able to do on all the classes is you can simply click on a class and it's going to give you all that catalog information there. So for instance, if I clicked on this English 1, there's the pricing, it's $468, course description, and any additional costs that would be involved in that class. Same thing if I looked at maybe jazz band, I could see the pricing there, course descriptions, cost, any uniform information, as well as any prerequisites that are required for that class. So that's just a quick way for you to see all the information you need to know about the different classes. Another thing that you can do on here is you can select by departments. So I'm just going to clear it, hit none, and select all those out. And say I'm just interested in maybe acting and dance and science classes. So it's simply going to list all of those classes that you have here, and then you can simply hit print schedule, and it will print all of these classes for you, but just the departments that you've selected. So you can see here it pulls those up, and it also again shows you if there's any prerequisites or approvals that you need for the class. Then you could hit the print button, and again, it's going to break it down for you and by days for each of those different classes. All right, let's go back here to the main page again. There's just a few other things that were on the catalog that weren't covered when you click the different classes, and that's the stuff related to how do you contact the teachers, how do you find out about private lessons, and what are the agreements that we have. And that's all up here at the top in these other buttons. So if you click on enrollment agreement, it's going to take you to that information, where to register at when it's time to do that, how our pay structure works, what the late fees are, withdrawal policies, all of that information is built into there. And then if you go back again, you can simply click on TAFA contacts, and it's going to bring up all the teacher information with emails there. And we've broken it down by department to try to help you find that information a little bit easier. But that way you can email the teachers directly to find out more information about the classes if you need that information. Then finally, we've got the private lessons. And again, it just gives you more information about the private lessons and how the two different options work, depending on if you're paying the teacher directly or if you're paying it through TAFA. And this gives you that information. This hopefully will be an easier way for you to navigate the schedule and determine what's going to be best for your students when it gets time for registration. All right, thanks, and we will talk to you later.